Hello and welcome to Retz Gaming Days. I'm Retz Retro and this is Retz Play Bloody Raw for the PlayStation 1 as Bakuryu the Mole. See? Bakuryu. This is Alice. So, as some of you may have seen, I did a Retz talk the other day, and I had stated in that Retz talk that I wanted to be basically that I was going to be doing this Retz play really, but it was supposed to be around a bit earlier, so I'd like to apologise about that. But basically, as some of you may have seen on Twitter, I did do the Retz play before, but unfortunately, as luck would have it, basically it hadn't recorded the in-game sound. So I had a bunch of commentary for myself with the aid of Wolfie, and I had a bunch of gameplay of me going through it as Bakuryu. However, I didn't have any sound effects or background music or anything, and I thought, rather than giving something that looked... Don't surf on me, Alice. Rather than giving something that looks incomplete, I figured I'd take a bit of extra time, because I couldn't do it again. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning by the time I'd finished, and I had work at 6. I had to get up for work at 6. So rather than uploading something that was missing all the sounds and everything else, I decided to basically leave it and do it again. I'm sorry that it's taken a few days longer to do it, but I wanted you to actually have a full Retz play, not a Retz play missing sound or anything like that. So I do apologise, but that's what's happened basically. So I'm now going through Bloody Raw again, as I've already done this as Long the Tiger, because I am Retz and I am a tiger. So that was why I did. That's why I did it as Long. My favourite character in Bloody Raw, however, is actually Bakuryu the Mole. And this is the same for basically all the Bloody Raw games, actually. So Bloody Raw 1 and 2, and 3 and 4, and as well as that, Bloody Raw Primal Fury, which had some interesting characters on it. Remember, there was one character. I'll have to see if I can do a Retz play of it at some point. Although I probably won't be able to be this character that I'm mentioning, come to think of it, because I'm crap as him. But anyway, there's one character called Kronos. Kronos, Master of All Time. And his creature, you know, this big guy, like, powerful guy. Oh, I got a perfect against Greg. Fucking well done. His creature... Yeah, Greg the Gorilla. It's Wolfie next to me. Kronos' creature he's a penguin. Alright? He's like one of the main characters in the game, and his creature is a penguin. And it's an ice elemental. Right? Because they did that whole thing. And it's funny, but the thing that's absolutely hilarious is they've got Ultra Beast mode in that game. That you've got something similar in this game called Rave, where if you're in Beast mode you can press triangle to go into a turbo mode. Anyway, they've got this Ultimate Beast mode in that game, and for most characters it's the same creature, but you know, a bit faster, basically like the Rave mode in this. Apart from that, the ultimates, because you don't have ultimates in this version, but you have ultimates in Bloody Raw Primal Fury, and basically the ultimates are supposed to, when you do the ultimate, they take you out of your beast mode. But if you're in the ultimate mode, like ultimate beast mode, then you can stay in your beast mode whilst you're doing your ultimate, basically. Is the other bright side of it. Well, with Kronos, I can't remember, I don't think there's any other characters that have this. His beast is a penguin, unless you ultimate. God damn it, Long. If you ultimate as Kronos, his beast changes from a penguin to a phoenix. So, and it becomes a fire elemental rather than an ice elemental, which is a fair amount different. It's a lot taller as well, because the penguin's quite short. It's an emperor penguin, I do believe. I don't know, it's been a while since I've played it. But it's an emperor penguin if I remember rightly. I know what an emperor I know what an emperor penguin looks like, Wolfie. It's just I'm trying to remember what Kronos looks like. Happy Feet penguin. Oh, what you mean? What Robin Williams one was, wasn't it? Oh yeah, no, he's a rock hopper, isn't he? It's Happy Feet himself that's Emperor Penguin, I was saying, isn't it? I don't know. It's again been a while since. It's been a while since I've seen the film, so I'm not going to correct you on it. But you know, someone out there might. I don't know if anyone's a fan of Happy Feet and wants to correct. Yeah. So Robin Williams thing is a rock hopper. Fair enough. I will kill you, Bakuryu, because I am Bakuryu and there can be only one. Come on, this is Highlander. There may be only one. You don't need to show me pictures of penguins whilst I'm trying to Retz play here. Wolfie's showing me different pictures of penguins whilst I'm trying to Retz play. It's quite off-putting. So if I lose to Bakuryu, that's why. Blame Wolfie. That's what I'll be doing. Don't stick your middle paw up at me. And go. Yeah, that is a brilliant move as Bakuryu. Simple button. I'm gonna ring out. No, simple button combination, down forward circle to do that. But one of the I've got another perfect. Brilliant. One of the great things with the later Bloody Roar games is that basically, when in this game, when you beast, you can either run and beast, in which case you'll transform and do your running beast attack, basically, or you can just press the circle button and you'll just transform and make a little force field thing come up, which will knock the opponent away if they're close. On the later Bloody Roar games, I think it starts from number 2, but I'm not entirely sure. On the later Bloody Roar games, they basically do this thing where they allow you to do your beast moves and transform whilst doing it, which I thought was a brilliant little system, because basically you press down forward circle and you'll transform into the mole and do that stab attack that I did earlier at the same time, which, like I say, hey, don't stop my teleporty stuff. And that's the bright side of the beast thing, it hits all areas. Anyway, but basically it's something that I thought was quite cool. But unfortunately, it's not in this one. And in the Bloody Roar games, that's how I prefer to transform, is transform during an attack. So I can't do that on this one. And yeah, especially doing that attack. Because it's nice and fun and gets blood all over the satin sheets. I don't know where satin sheets came from, but you know, whatever. I am doing this Retz play whilst in bed, to be fair, so maybe that's where it came from. Who am I kidding? I don't sleep in satin sheets. I sleep in cheaper sheets than that. But there we go. Yeah, what was I going to say? But yeah, so I'm going to speak a little bit about fighting games as I'm playing a fighting game. Who here plays Street Fighter? And to further that question, who has Street Fighter 5? And to further that question once more, who else is pissed off with the fucking roster? Sorry, but for those of you that have played Street Fighter or do know Street Fighter, you'll know some of the characters, and you know, even some of you that don't know it, you'll still know like some of these characters, like Blanca, for instance, who has been in it since the beginning and isn't in Street Fighter 5. And when I was looking up the DLC and they showed the next 6 DLC characters that are going to be out, Blanca's not lined up as one to come out apparently, which I find very weird, because you know, it's Blanca. You kind of can't have Street Fighter without him, but there you go. There's also no Sagat at the moment. Guile, I think, is the first DLC character to come out. There's also no Sagat, Guile, no Akuma. You know, there's 16 characters in the game, and I think out of all the characters I play as, there in that game, there's only out of the ones that I play as, it's only really Dhalsim and Ken. All the other characters like Blanca that I sometimes am, and you know, Akuma, who's one of my favourites on the game, I can't be because they're not in it, and I don't know if they're going to be either. which is yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know what's going on there, because Capcom have done their usual thing of releasing half a game and promising you more if you feed them more money. Which, you know I'm playing a game here that's only got like a roster of like 6 people or 8 people or something, but at least it's not trying to charge me an extra 30 quid just to get another couple of people on it. It is one of those things. They couldn't do that back in PlayStation days, really, but it's, yeah, I don't know, it's one of the things that's annoying me with modern games a lot these days, is how many of them are like, here's half the game, if you give us more money, we'll give you the rest of the game. And it's like, that's not how it's supposed to be. That was a knockout as well as an out of the ring. It's not really how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that you buy a game and you get the whole game, but you don't do that anymore. And the irony thing is, there's a couple of games I've got recently. I've got Digimon Cyber Sleuth, which is bloody brilliant. I've got Street Fighter 5, and I've got Naruto Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. That is a bloody mouthful, that name, it really is. But anyway, and one of the things that I find hilariously ironic with it is, I got, with Naruto, I got it with a season pass. With Street Fighter 5 I didn't bother, but it does have a season pass on it. With Digimon, it doesn't have a season pass. So, that's just that bit, which is fair enough. And with the Naruto game, which, like I say, I've got the season pass on, no DLC has come out for it yet, which is fair enough. You don't really expect it straight away. With Street Fighter 5, which, yet again, there is a Street Pass on. Granted, I haven't got it, but there is one on. No DLC has come out for it yet. Yet again, I was checking the PlayStation Store the other day. Yeah, with Digimon, that doesn't have a Seasons Pass, and it came out about the same time as Naruto did, which is a little bit before Street Fighter, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. That's already had 4 missions go up for a download, so 4 bits of DLC that have all been free as well. So it's the irony that out of the 3 games I've got, one of them doesn't have a season pass, where doesn't really have anything to say about DLC, and that's the only one that's actually brought out DLC. I mean, it's the mind boggles, it really does. And this pig is kicking my ass. Mitsuko is a interesting character on the Bloody Raw games. She's only in Bloody Raw 1, but she's a big fighter type character. So like, kind of like if you play Powerhouse like Zangief or something in Street Fighter, she's more that kind of character. There is someone like her in the other Bloody Raw games, because, like I say, she's only in this first. Son of a bitch, Shockwave attack. She's only in this first one, but she basically gets replaced with a character called Stun the Insect, and he's a giant what's the thing called, Stag Beetle, and he's a creepy little bastard, but he's a good character. He's a good character if you ever play Bloody Raw. Give him a go. I mean, obviously give Bakuryu a go as well, obviously, and Mitsuko playing the first one. Bakuryu is in the other games, and in Bloody Raw 3, I believe it is, they made an iron version of him called Bakuryu the Iron Mole, which is, that's one thing to do. Oh, I thought that might have rung out like that. Ha! That was a quick match, and a perfect. The reason that works, before anyone thinks that was really, really easy in that, which, okay, granted, it kind of was that bit. One of the things with Bloody Raw is the block button is the back button. And so where the block button is the back button, if you turn the character around, like turn your opponent around, they can't block. Which makes things nice and easy for you if you manage to get behind the opponent. However, as you just saw there, they can do transform into a beast to to do an attack on you, because obviously they can't attack backwards. And as you saw with Mitsuko earlier, some characters have got shockwave attacks, which will do a 360 degree shockwave, and so basically will attack you from behind there. So they're not completely exposed, but a lot more exposed than usual if you manage to get behind them. Ha! Same as doing a low shot, because nobody expects a low shot. Not even the computer. Crap, she bit my leg. Ironic. Son of a bitch, Fox. That was good. And she really does look like a kangaroo with a wolf's tail or something. I don't know. But yeah, yeah, I'm just doing weird. Son of a bitch, Fox. Fox is a hard character to beat, and she's a fun character. And yet again, another one that's only on this first game, unless I'm mistaken. I don't believe I am mistaken, but yeah, I believe Fox is only on this first one. There's quite a few characters like that. I don't think Greg made it off the first game either, the gorilla. Whereas Hugo is obviously the main one, hence why the main logo is the wolf tribal, which Retz actually have tattooed on my arm, because this is my absolute favourite fighting game. And even though and me not being very good at the moment is due to lack of practice. Son of a Fox actually beat me. Granted, it is stage 8, and like all fighting games, they do the battles do get progressively harder as you go. Because you know that's how fighting games work. That's what keeps them fun. You don't want a game that's too easy, do you? Just do fun with a lot of games. I mean, another gripe with Street Fighter 5, really. Story mode. What the hell? Story mode on Street Fighter 5, for those of you that don't know, is 3 fights or 4 fights, depending on your character, and that is it. That is the full story mode, which is not much, and there isn't an arcade mode that I remember anyway. There isn't an arcade mode on it, so which is kind of weird for a fighting game, and especially for a Street Fighter fighting game. Oh, I think I just made Fox puke. Fun. On the flip side, for weird story modes, this isn't a fighting game, granted, but for weird story modes, Naruto game. Christ, took bloody hours to do that story mode, and you know, I know what you'd be thinking. That's a good thing. You want a story mode that's big in a game, so that you got loads to do on it. No, it was only like 15 or 20 odd fights, and that was about it. But the story mode took absolutely hours to do, because it was all FMVs everywhere on that game. It's like watching the bloody series. It's all filler. I mean, it really is. So, I'm an anime geek. You know, I watch Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z is what started it for me, and I watch Dragon Ball afterwards. I know that's the wrong way around before anyone says anything. Ultimate Muscle, Shaman King, Fullmetal Alchemist. The list goes on. Devil is a part-timer. It helps that I have Asian friends that give me more animes to watch. But you know, the list goes on. You know, I watch a lot of animes, and yeah, Naruto is full of filler. Unfortunately, Bleach was an anime that was one of my favourites, and it was full of filler in weird places, and weird nonsensical filler as well. I mean, for those of you that watch Bleach, you'll know what I'm on about. Just weird nonsensical shit, but the manga's carried on that one, so the book's carried on, but there's still no sign of any more anime, because I think everyone got pissed off with like nothing but filler, which is understandable, but I'm getting pissed off with that with Naruto, because the manga finished freaking like back in June or something. I think the manga finished months ago, and they stuck in this massive, so far like 60 or 70 episode filler, I think it is so far, and it's just ongoing crap. It's not even good. I'm kind of watching it because of just in case something happens that's good, but it's not. It's nothing really. It's retelling the entire Naruto Shippuden storyline in slightly less episodes, but with a twist, basically. So it's like, it's just, I don't know. It's just really silly. I don't know what they're thinking of. I suppose they're thinking of cash cows when the DVDs come out, I suppose. I don't know. I prefer what they've done with Dragon Ball, where they re-released it as Dragon Ball Z Kai, and gotten rid of the gotten rid of the filler for it, shortened it down from, like, I think the original Dragon Ball Z is... Oh, I am so dead. I think the original Dragon Ball Z is like 200... Yeah, I'm dead. 284 episodes. If I got that right, then wow, that shows how geeky I am. I believe it's like 284 episodes, but then Dragon Ball Z Kai is doing the whole thing in like 100 episodes. Because there was 184 episodes worth of filler. Because that's what keeps happening with anime. It keeps on getting loads and loads of filler. Because the manga gets popular, it gets transferred into an anime, and then when the manga's not there, they don't know what to do with the anime. So rather than just waiting and having a dry period, they put in filler, which would be good if they did decent filler. But after time, I don't know what they're doing with the filler, to be honest. But hey, when it comes to anime, nothing can be as bad as Dragon Ball GT. Yeah, you're learning a bit about Retz today, aren't you? But there we go. I should really get back into talking about Bloody Raw, I suppose, rather than going on about anime and geeking out about that. Yeah, Wolfie sat next to me geeking out over Harry Potter because she's found some fan film that's like, what was it, Marauders and Cerberus Snape fan film. Son of a demon bastard, Yuriko. Yeah, Wolfie loves the Marauders. She was actually very happy because her favourite character in the Harry Potter books is Remus Lupin, and her favourite actor just so happens to be David Thewlis, and that was from before. Yeah, take that, you bastard Yuriko demon bitch. But yeah, and David Thewlis has been her favourite actor for like years before the film, so it's not because of that. That's rave mode because I've not done that yet. Yeah, it just happened to be a delightful combo. She just said, "Oh no, I got ring outed by Uriko."
Announced, I literally squealed at the top of my lungs for about 2 minutes.
As Wolfie just said, when it got announced, she squealed at the top of her lungs for a couple of minutes. I do apologise if you've now heard that twice, but I'm not sure whether the microphone's picking up Wolfie with where she is. What the hell is... She's just gone onto Tumblr and all there is people twerking. Has that thing not died yet? You know, have people not died? I don't know, like twerking not died? I don't know, it's like these bloody hoverboard things that have come out. I love it's like these hoverboards that have come out that are like segways without handlebars. You know, it's the unicycle of segways. You know, that's all it is, and people are going on them like constantly saying about how they're so cool and I don't know. I don't understand a lot of crazes, I suppose. I never have really. It's just one of those things. But take that, Yuriko. Take that, you little bitch. Sorry. If you've played Bloody Raw, you'll know the and you've gotten to Yuriko, you'll know how much of a pain in the ass she is to, especially when she does shit like that. Pain in the ass she is to face, and you'll appreciate the swearing and all of that when from actually managing to do something against Yuriko. I'm gonna rave, and did that not work? I'm gonna ring out Yuriko. Yes, and Retz just kicked Yuriko's ass. I don't care if that was a cheap win. That was Retz Play Bloody Raw. Yeah, episode of Bakuryu now. So let's try and do some voice acting here, if I can quick enough. Did you really think you could defeat me? How dare you challenge me? Your defeat was inevitable. My fighting skills are nearly perfect. I have thousands of fighting techniques at my disposal. Wow, that goes too quick. I can't read it all. Well, what's happening to me? The metamorphosis is failing. I don't understand. The conversion cells should be stabilized. They've used me. They lied. I was just a guinea pig. I can't end this way. I do not want to die. Help! I know those words I missed, but this is going really quickly. Scientist A, experiment B075. I cannot keep up with that. The writing is going so bloody quick. I cannot keep up with it. But yeah, so I've just given up with trying to voice act that. I think So just try. You might have to pause. Yeah, you might have to pause it to read that. Anyway, that is it from me here at Retz Game Days. I'm Retz Retro. Thank you for watching, and I do hope you enjoy it. Thank you, and goodbye. Oh, and before I go, actually, if there's any Bloody Raw game you'd like me to play, or a particular character you want me to be on this one or one of the others, let me know in the comments, and I'll see if I can do that. Okay? So, thank you, and goodbye. See ya.